Hey guys, Ricks here, and today I'm coming back at you with another haul video, and specifically today we're going to be looking at a Brickmania haul. So hopefully, the suspense is building. You can't tell what these figures are. I think it's fairly obvious, so unfortunately I don't think there's going to be much of a surprise, but hopefully you guys do like what we have. So I guess starting off with the figure in the single packaging, what we have is a South Korean tanker, or I guess you could call him a modern tanker, but he is a South Korean tanker. I mean that's what he is. So let me get this zoomed in, maybe get him situated a little bit better. And if we fix the lighting, wow, look at that. Fixing lighting does wonders. But anyways, this guy has an awesome camouflage. And then, of course, that really cool 3D printed helmet. And, of course, just normal, normal printing. I don't think that there's anything special. I think my only complaint about this figure is that his pistol and the pouch that it's in seems extremely small for a Lego minifigure. Like, if you compare a normal pistol, like a Brick Arms pistol, to the one that they're using here, like to this, if I can point to it, to this actual pouch, I think that this pouch is a lot smaller. So that is a tiny detail that I don't know if I'm on board about, but, it is what it is. And then I think that I always point these out, but I hate getting balaclava heads. So, yeah, it is what it is. Can't really fix that, but maybe in the future they won't make those. So I guess jumping into the more popular, I guess, portion of this is that we have 3 figures from Saving Private Ryan. Now, I've actually watched this movie many times, and I really should have brushed up, essentially, on the movie and on the characters. I haven't watched it in many years, so that I could name these guys correctly. But what I do know is that the captain is played by Tom Hanks, so why don't we get him situated? And we can get some of the... I know that one of these other figures is Matt Damon. I think it's the paratrooper. I'm not 100% if I'm correct. But, hopefully I'm in at least the right, in the ballpark with my guesses on these figures. So just give me a second to complete building all of these figures. It'll just be one more second. You can take a view at the 2 in front of you right now as I finished this last one. So as you can see, here is the D-Day Squad Pack Part 1. So I assume that Brickmania is going to be making some more D-Day Squad Packs, essentially based on the movie Saving Private Ryan. I think that that's a good assumption from anybody, that that's kind of the direction that they're going to go in. I think that it's very clever, and it's going to draw on a lot of customers who have maybe fallen out with Brickmania, or even customers who have never seen Brickmania before, because these minifigs are very iconic. These characters are very iconic. But besides that, why don't we jump into the figures themselves? So here we go. Here's the Tom Hanks. He's the captain in the film, and he's in his really D-Day gear. He has that vest on the front with his pouches. Of course, he has a perfect caliber Thompson, and then he has his captain helmet for the 2nd Rangers. It seems like I have some pretty bad printing issues on my captain's helmet, so I might ask for a new one, but that's, sometimes you get bad ones, sometimes you get good ones. And then here we can see his knapsack, some other pouches, and his canteen. One thing that I think is very interesting is that to get this kind of dark olive color, they printed on a dark bluish gray leg base. And then, of course, the top, I believe, is a tan. So that's an interesting decision to use this dark bluish gray as a base. But, I'm not complaining. It seems to have worked. Then second, I believe that this was the Matt Damon character. This is just a paratrooper, and he has a perfect caliber M1 Garand. And then, of course, he's from the 82nd Airborne. As you can see, the eagle right there. Moving to the back, just a very traditional loadout. I like the knife on the back. I think that's a nice touch. Very nice looking figure. He's a private. And then also, he has this 3D printed helmet, as you can see on the top. I don't really like the 3D printed headgear, especially when you can just print on a Brick Arms instead of this. I would much have preferred a regular Brick Arms helmet with a printed covering on it. But, to each their own. And then finally, I don't remember this guy's name, but if we can get him on, he's the sergeant, and he has his gun right there, his rifle, should I say, along with, oh, he fell down, along with his pouches on the front. I think that this zipper looks really cool in gold. It pops out and gives it a nice bit of color. I really think also the belt, if I can point this out oops, knocked the camera. If I can point out the belt real quick, I think that this is it just looks really good, really textured and really real. I think that that's very important. And then moving to the back, again, knapsack, canteen, and some pouches. I'm not really the biggest fan of this perfect caliber, especially because of this pouch in the back. I think that this essentially looks like a kid drew it on with like a magic marker, but it is what it is. It is still a perfect caliber, so that's a nice touch. All in all, pretty solid figure. And again, if you noticed, like the first Tom Hanks figure, this is printed on dark bluish gray legs, which I think is an interesting design choice. So that was the D-Day Squad Pack, and this was a Brickmania haul. I also got, of course, if you remember from the beginning of the video, I got that Korean tanker. So all in all, a pretty solid haul in my opinion. You guys can go ahead and let me know if you think that it was good. I think it was. But maybe some people don't like these figures, you know? Let me know in the comments below what you think of these, whether you think that these squad packs are a good idea. I personally think they are. And any other comments you might have. So as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe, do all the normal stuff, and I'll catch you next time.